and then Che and Rush. Great lineup for 3 minutes war break next to Che Borosh. If they can stick with them on the start, it's a great little adventure to be had in this race. Everyone ready. Away they go. Saw the white boat, the second Hungarian crew right in the middle of the field there. Early away, they're in the lead. That's Kahalmi and Rendesi. Right in the center of your shot there. Kahalmi, Rendesi looking very, very strong indeed. Here they are. That looks like a pretty brutal K2 to me.
Absolutely. I haven't seen them before, I think, doing K2 together. New crew.
Hartley and Mackenzie in the blue boat. It seems like people are struggling to stay with this.
Yeah.
As we fan out, Hartley's just making the effort just to get across there. Mackenzie pushing her all the way. There must be another group somewhere because we haven't got the other Hungarians. And right down at the bottom of the screen was a big with the Spanish and the French. There's another group somewhere. 5, 6, 7 is Fernandez, Alvarez. They've already latched on to the leaders. Blue boat of the South Africans just in shot. But these two look strong, strong.
It really does.
Rendesi, junior world champion 2 years ago. And this is stretching things out straight away. Second South African crew there, also in there. Ward and Hopley. And is that it? Is it strung out to that extent? We need an overview. There's Jay in the yellow boat at the back of that group. So it really is strung out. And very, very quickly. Danes back there as well. Great Britain in the stripy boat at the back. And this is, wow, a display.
Surprising,
power. Yeah. That's not how we expected this to pan out. The second South African crew there, Ward and Hockley just hanging in. It's the South Africans and the Spanish that have got away with what looks like an extremely powerful Hungarian K2.
Yeah. Right after them is Sweden and Argentina, actually. Sweden with Rebecca Jörsdotter and Melina Andersson. Rebecca from Nyköping and Melina from Bråviken.
And Andersson's had a good weekend, Stefan.
Yeah, absolutely. Youngsters coming into this now.
Toledo, Osa from Spain, also with them pretty much, as is Kessler and Huey. Lead changing now for the first time. That's Fernandez and Alvarez taking it on with massive intent by the look of it. Look at the speed that they are pressing on. They're intent on making this break. Hungarians sitting with them. South Africans trying to come around the outside, but not be. Oh no, it's the Hungarians.
It's Hungarians.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So, wow. I mean, they're not hanging around, are they? Spanish move up to the side. South African Hartley moves into the V. They're going to be so glad. You know, in a group like this, with one leader that's prepared to do that, you want to make sure that when that group rotates, you're in the V when that crew is leading.
Yeah.
Either side of that Hungarian crew is not easy work. Argentinians go out to the left. They've done a big catch-up already, and that has to take its toll in the end. The group now being led by the Hungarians, Che and Vorosh. So Hartley didn't make it into the V, and Hartley, Mackenzie, they are hoping that the pace will slow. That V is open. gradually clawing back to it now. That's desperate.
Yeah, I think they were a bit shocked by the speed set by the Hungarians at that stage.
They're going to claw it back, though.
Yeah.
Making the move to get into it now. I mean, this is full on from those Hungarians at the front.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And Hartley still hasn't made it into the V. She's dropped out again. Fallen back.
It's certainly full on for the second group as well.
The second group moving well, though. And the first group, I think, is down to 3. I don't think you don't fail twice to get in the V and then make it the third time. That's a journey backwards now for Hartley and Mackenzie. They're going to be swallowed up by the chase pack before they get anywhere near that front group again. And wow, I mean, if a crew like Hartley and Mackenzie can't get from the back of the group into the V, Stefan, you know that group is shifting.
Yes.
And it's these two doing the damage.
Watching over their shoulders. Asking for someone else to do the job.
Ward and Hockley go through. Hockley, the junior, bronze medal in junior, right back on day 1. Spaniards, Fernandez and Alvarez. South Africans bringing them out towards the middle of the course. Spaniards go round the back and up the left side of the group, presumably. Although, if you were the Spaniards there, you might want to sit on the half V, because when the Hungarians go again, you know they're going to go hard. So we're looking at Che, Vorosh, Milova, Telska, Osa and Toledo, Winter and Hostrup. They're just going to catch the Argentinians of Garrow and Maslin. Round they go, bottom turn. Alvarez, Fernandez leading. Hungarians go again. Pace goes up. South Africans will want to cut the Spanish out because nobody wants to drop round the back of these Hungarians and try and catch up. So Spaniards have got that, and it's going to come to Ward to drop round the back. She puts her paddles down now to go round. And that's going to be a long trip up the side for them. Just to get to the half V might be the target here. Get to the tail of the Hungarians and take a bit of a breather. There's the chase pack. Hartley, Mackenzie settled in there nicely. Ward going all the way to the side. You can see how hard it is. But they're going to make it. And the speed's slightly more manageable this time. 3 boats away still, though. Almost 90 meters from Che and Voros. The side. Hungarians go again, go hard again. Let's see the distance. It was 82 meters when that effort started. Hungarians sensed that, I think, that the other group had closed a little bit, and they're just not having it. One off, and that's the Czechs, I think, from that chase group. So the speed in the chase group is intensifying. We're just left with Hungary, South Africa, and Argentina. Spain on the inside, South Africa on the outside. Portage just a few meters away now. Czechs, 579 Milova and Telska currently with the Danes, Winter and Hostrup. So there's the gap. It's not too big. Mistakes or slowness on the portage will be costly. And what are the Spanish doing? They've got so much landing stage to get out on there, and they messed that up horribly. Through comes South Africa. Hungarians also running well. Spain just, well, basic errors at the portage. Che and Boros running through with Hartley, Mackenzie. Encouragement with the South Africans there. And through they go. Spaniards have caught up on the run, which suggests that the running speed wasn't too high from the Hungarians. They might lose some time here.
Yeah.
Because Jay is pretty sharp on her portages and very well organised usually, so they'll be quick getting in the boat. Argentinians just struggling with that pace over land. Out at the other end, the second Spanish crew, the Danes and the Czechs. That's Osa, Toledo, Mileva, Telska, and Winter and Hostrup all running through together. The gap between the lead group and Che and Boros, 30 metres now. 40 metres. I don't know, that maybe the electronic thing's going wrong because it's back up to 56, 58, 59. It must have been as they closed at the portage.
Yeah.
Now, the real distance is 65 metres behind. And there's only two left, but it was the two that are doing the work, so they could trade leads now quite comfortably. Quick glance over the shoulder from Kahalmi.
And they increase in speed a little bit. I mean, Emese Kohalmi, she's a 1,000-meter specialist, as it seems. Looking at the previous results also from this year, she won the Flatwater, the World Cup, the 1,000-meter World Cup in Szeged in May this year on the K1000 meter. And then several wins in K4, 500,000 meter for under 23 category also this year. So she's a sprinter, and that explains a little bit of the speed they set from the start. And it will be very interesting to see her in the far end of this race.
Absolutely. We've seen her on the marathons before as a junior,
yes,
though, I'm sure,
yes.
or maybe under 23. The name is super familiar, and I'm sure she's been here. There's the penalty for the Swedes. 15 seconds. You can just see the clock ticking down on the right-hand side. 5 to go. Osa and Toledo on their own currently. And away the Swedes go with the Romanians. So the lead gradually increasing again at the front. And it just won't close. Che and Boros, they're trying, but the lead won't come down for them. Denmark and Czech away.
And immediately the gap increases again. Now it's 75 meters.
But not looking as fresh in that front group, I think. It's going to start to, over the next 2-3 laps, going to start to see if any cracks begin to appear in these two.
Yeah.
South Africans coming left. Let's see the Spaniards make a better job of it this time. There you go. There's a whole 20, 30 meters of landing stage there. Last time they chose the same bit that the Hungarians were on. But through they go. Spaniards running extremely well. South Africans also. This is where Renata has a chance, Stefan.
Yeah.
Those Hungarians don't run too well. They've been overtaken by both the other crews. And there's just that little window of opportunity here to get 10 meters. South African fan club, excited and rightly so.
It's quite a long, challenging portage, close to 200 meters, which is significantly longer.
It's a minute of running, Stefan.
Yeah.
And that is a long way. Argentinians coming in on their own still moving well. And away go the Spaniards. South Africans out well.
Jay.
So 3 medals here as it stands.
Yeah.
And it's looking increasingly like this is the way it's going to stay. It's got a little air of inevitability about it now.
Yeah. Might not be a medal for Renate Che and Forrest this time. First race in 20 years. On the other hand, another family member, Renate's son, had a gold medal this morning, so they keep on having medals into the family from World Championships. Sweden 13th. Romania, Great Britain, Ukraine, and Ukraine 6th and 17th.
The South Africans take their turn, and it's just going to be a sharing exercise now.
Yeah.
Not going to leave much room on the inside, that's for sure. But Ward managing to keep that overlap. The overlap's important so they don't get pushed out to the side. There's the danger buoy there, and they round that beautifully. Beautifully done by the South Africans. So Hungary, Spain, South Africa. Spain will come right. South Africa coming right with them. So we could have a little bit of stress on this side of the portage. Going to be Spain first out. No, it's not. It's the Hungarians out. It's their best exit so far. South Africa have got some making up to do. Spain running hard. The Hungarians running the best we've seen them. They know it's game on. And the others are not coming past. Hungary leading. Spain struggling there. South Africans need to be close. They get in the boat the best, but they're falling back a little as well. So it's going to be Spain and Hungary first 2 away. They're going to get in pretty much the same time. It's going to be Spain away first. I think they're the quickest in. There they go. Will Spain settle for second on Hungary, or will they try for a win? South Africa, Hungary coming through, and it looks to be the Hungarians leading out from that portage. So it's going to be a win for Hungary, and it's going to be Spain versus South Africa for second and third if the South Africans can close the gap back to the Hungarians by the finishing straight. Ward working really hard to do just that. She can get to their tail before the turn, which I think she's done. Great job from them. Well, that all was pretty uneventful, Stefan.
Yeah.
After all that tension we built up, the Hungarians ran much better on that portage. They knew they had to get in first.
And we could see the pain from. We could see the pain in the faces of both Spain and South Africa over that portage. Really exhausted.
Yeah. So Hungarians are going to win the sprint to the finish. Then it's a really interesting game trying to come second in this.
Yeah.
South Africans should get around on the inside.
Yeah, exactly.
Although those turns are so tight, aren't they?
Yeah.
But if you're on the wash and you're trying to push uphill.
Yeah. Now it's the time to get on the wash there.
Yeah. They're going to make that.
Yeah.
So the trick is, if you're one of those back boats, is to hang back on that wave and run down it to the finish. You don't want to be running uphill at the end. Hungarians, pretty much unbeatable at this stage. South Africans look like they may be falling back a little, or maybe just coming wide on the wash, which isn't a bad place to be. Hungary still strong. South Africa just dropping off, and the South Africans are off. So it's going to be Hungary, Spain. The Spaniards might have one go in them towards the end. South Africa are out of it for now. Well, for now, they're out of it. Spain holding tight. They're far back on that wave. Hungarians just too strong. String's about to snap as the Spanish dip over the back of the wave. Hungary just too strong. Spanish going uphill now. The gap will open as they fall back over that wave. Well, they were super impressive, the strength in those two Hungarians, Stefan.
Yeah.
They absolutely butchered the whole field at the start, and then again pulled away from the other two crews at the finish. Spaniards clearly very happy with that result.
And I think these girls are, yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Some result.
Fantastic. And it was another victory then for Hungary. They have won every championships in K2 women since 2013, when Henriette Engel-Hansen and Jeanette Løvgaard from Denmark won on their home turf in Copenhagen. So Hungary still seems to dominate this, but this was a quite unusual way. And here comes the previous queen of marathon. I think she still is, but
I think she still is too, Stefan.
Yeah.
I'll join you on that.
Renate Shea and Sofia Söres.
Just holding off Hartley and Mackenzie for 4th place.